Hi there, my name is Vicky and I'm here with a new series on the Docker. In this Docker series or tutorial, you will learn from the basic to advanced level. This Docker series is further divided into chapters. So if you want, you can follow along step by step in order to get deep knowledge on the Docker. Here are the list of topics which I am going to cover in this series. We'll start with the installation on the Docker on the Linux or Ubuntu machine. Then we will talk about the permission, understanding the architecture of the Docker. After that, we will do demos related to the Docker file, and in the Docker file we are going to cover all the keywords like the copy keyword, add keyword, work dir, environment. These things we are going to cover with the demo. And in the last, I am also going to create a shell script where I am going to delete all the unused containers and images with that script. Now, if you are here for the first time, then do subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you will get notified of the latest videos. In this video we are going to learn how to troubleshoot Docker container. For that we have couple of commands, so we will go one by one for each and every command. Like we are going to start with, we are going to start with the docker log command, and after that we are going to end with the stats command. So not wasting much time on this, let's start. Now here I already have the containers running. So if I am going to docker ps, I can see couple of containers are in the running state. So these are the container which I have just created. You can see it's 3 minutes. So I have just created, and these are the with the base image. Let me show you that thing as well, docker images, and these are with the base image httpd and alpine. Okay, now so here is for the alpine container which is with the name test, and these are for the http apache. Now let's suppose I need to check the container logs. So why we need to check the container log? Let's suppose my container is not coming up or there is some problem with my container. So how I am going to troubleshoot? For that we are going to check the logs. And how to check the logs? So first we need the container ID or the container name. Now how we will get the container ID or the container name? That is with the command docker container ps. Now if we go with the ps command, that means the container it is going to show the running containers. And if we go with the docker ps -a, it is also going to show me the stop container. As of now there is no container which is in stop state. So let me show you the difference. So if I go docker container stop and then the name, so I will provide this name test. We can provide the name which is listed here, or we can give the initial of the container ID. So whatever you are comfortable with, you can provide that thing. Now my container is stop. Let me do docker ps, let me hit enter. Now it is only going to show me 3 containers. It is not showing me this 4th container which is in stop state. Now my task is to see the stop container as well. So how I can see that? Docker ps -a. Now it is going to show me the exit container as well. Okay, now let me go with docker ps command, and here I have the containers running. Now let's suppose there is a issue or I need to check the logs of my container. So how I can do that? Now the command for that is docker container logs -l. Now with this command we have limited option, like we can go with the detail option, we can use the follow option, tail option, timestamp option. So these are the options I can go with. Okay, so let's see one by one for all those options. So now docker container logs. After that what we need to do is, so here is the users command docker container logs, and after that we have the option and the container. So the option is here, these are the options, and the container. So right now I'm not going to provide any of the option. So let me give the container. We can go with the container ID or container name. Let's suppose, let me go with the name apache server. Now here it is showing me all the logs related to this container. So if I need to search anything, if I need to do any kind of troubleshooting thing, I can do that by looking at this logs. Now let me open that command one more time, docker logs -help. Now let's work with the options command. Before that, docker container ps. Now here we have the containers which are running. Now let's suppose I need to use the tail command. So how to use that? Minus minus tail. I need only two, and then the name Apache server. Oh, I'm doing something wrong. Minus one. Oh, I forgot to mention the logs here. That's okay. Now you can see it is showing me the last logs. If I'm not going to use the tail command, what will happen? It is going to show me all the logs. So it's very difficult to filter. As of now I have very less logs, so we can see on a single sheet, but when we have the container running for a long period of time, we can see these things more. So now we can use the tail command to get information related to the last 2 logs or 5 logs, something like this we can go with. Okay, now let me open that command one more time. Docker container logs minus minus help. Sorry. Now we have covered this command tail. Now let's cover some other command. Follow. So now these are the container which are in running state. Let me connect to any of the container. Docker container logs minus minus follow, and then we need to give the name. So let me give name Apache server. Okay, now see the cursor is blinking here. We are still inside the logs option. Now here I can see the real-time logs if I want to see. So let's connect to this container. This container is running on port number 8080. Now let me go to my AWS console, grab the public IP of this machine, go to the browser and port number 8080. It's work. Now let's see. So the last log is 196. Okay, let me refresh this thing. Let me refresh. Oops. Yes. So now the last log was this. So I can see few more logs. So it is capturing the real-time logs right now. Now with the help of which command? With the help of the follow command. So we can have the real-time logs here. Now how to come out of this thing? Control C is the command to come out of this. Now let me go back to the help command one more time. So here it is. So till now we have covered the tail command and the follow command. Now let me go with the detail command. So docker container ps, and let's go with logs, and this time I'm going to replace this thing with details. Now it is going to show me the details log. So if we are going to use the follow if we are going to use any like detail command, if I am not going to use it, it is going to give me all the details, but sometime when we need to see the extra information, we need to go with this command details option. Okay, now let's suppose I need to see the timestamp as well, so we can replace this thing to minus -t. Now here we will get the timestamp as well. Now this format is something standard by the Docker container, Docker community, I would say. So this is something you cannot change, so you have to stick with this, but this is with some extra information like the time is in the front. So let me go with the other command. If I am not going to give the T command or the time option, what will happen? It is not going to give me this option, this time thing. See the difference. So if we need to see the log with the time, we have to use the T option. Docker logs minus help. So I think we have covered all the commands related to the logs. We have covered detail, we have covered follow. Yes, there is one more command since. Now this is something important. Let's suppose I need to see my logs for 5 minutes. I want to see my logs for 1 minute. So how I can do that? With this follow command. So let me go to this container logs -f. Now here I need to specify the time. Let's suppose I need to say it for 2 seconds. Where I am doing a mistake. Oops. I need to give until as well here. Now here is the command docker container log -f. F is for follow, and what we need to do is we need to use one more parameter here, that is until. Now here we need to specify the time, like I need to say it for 2 seconds. Let's enter. Now it is going to wait for 2 seconds. After that we will come out of this automatically. So let me go to the browser and browse this 8080. Let me go back. See, we come out of this thing after couple of seconds. So this is how we can work with this command. So this is all about the docker logs command. Very useful when we have to troubleshoot something related to the docker, when we need detail about the docker log. So this command is going to help me. Now let's move on to the next command. Now the next command is docker event. Now let me go with help. Okay, docker event. Okay, here get real-time events from the server. This command is going to help me to get real-time events from the server. Here the server means the container. Let me open all the container which are in running state. So these are the container which are in running. Now we are going to work with the docker event command. How we exactly work. Now for this what we need to do is we need to open two browser. Let me not two browser, two terminal. So let me open one more terminal here. Okay, let me go to the download folder and let me log in. I need the public IP. Okay, I logged in. Now ls. Okay, docker ps. I can see the same information. We are on the both terminal are for the same machine. You can see the IP address 5757 here. Okay, scroll down. Let me give a name test1. Okay, and let me go to the other terminal as well. So here is my other terminal. Okay, now docker event. Here you can see my cursor is blinking. It is not going to the next step, but let me go here and let me create something here. So I'm going with the previous command, docker test2. Let me go here. Now here we can see the event. So event, it is telling me container create with this name, and we can check, yes, it is exactly the same container. Let me stop my container or start my container. Docker container start to A. Now my container is start. So let me go to my other terminal. Here we can see one more for the container start. Here you can see. So it is capturing the events. whatever the action I am performing on this terminal related to the container, it is capturing all those things. Let me stop this thing, docker container stop to a. Now my container is stopped, so let me go to the other terminal. See, docker container stop. So it is actually capturing whatever I am doing it on the container, it is actually capturing all those detail for me. Now this is something very useful if we need to create a script. Now script in what sense? Let's suppose my task, if one of my container goes into the stop state, then I need to perform some action, like I need to restart that container, or let's suppose my container is running from a period of time and I need to stop it. So all those things I can do it with the help of the docker event command. Now docker event help me to create the scripts as well. So let me show you how to create a script. So we are on this server. Let me create a script for that, and then you will understand. So let me let me show you the content of this. Now if you see, this is a shell script starting from the shebang bin bash, and after that while statement I am using, and here docker event, and if the event is going to be stopped, then it is going to perform some action. Okay, let me do some changes as well here. So I don't want to kill this thing, so let me container stop. Okay, now if you see while true, what action it is going to take. So if docker event minus filter event stop is going to be, this event is going to be there, then what will happen, it is going to echo the event id for me, and the other thing, it is going to echo the container is stopped. Okay, now let me save this thing xy and run the script. Now my cursor is blinking, that's okay. So what I need to do is, we need to stop any of the container now. So let me go to the other terminal. Now here I am in a different terminal. Let me docker container ps. So these are the container which are in running state. So docker container stop, and then the name 1b. See, container stop, I got it right. So it is going to help, and it is also showing me the event id as well. If you are going to compare it with the other thing, let me go to the other terminal. So here I am in the other terminal. So see this thing, container 1b, and this is exactly the same container 1b. It is telling me the container id, along with that it is telling me container is stopped. So docker event is very useful when we have to go with some kind of shell scripting or something like that, then it is very useful for us. Now let's move to the next command in this. Now the next command is the docker stat command. Now what exactly the docker stat command is, let me go docker stat -l display a live stream of container resource uses statistic. Now let me go with this command so that you can understand it better. So let me copy this command from here. Now what this command is going to do is, it is going to show me the containers. Along with that, it is going to tell me the CPU utilization of that container and the memory utilization of that container. So let me hit enter. Now here it is telling me I have two of the containers running. So it is telling me this is the first container, CPU utilization is 0, memory is this, and I have a limit of this. Second one, it is also telling these are the uses, and if we need to come out, Control C. We can also format this only with the memory uses if we want to do that. So for that, what we can do is, we can remove this thing from here, and see, it is only telling me the memory utilization of the container. Let me Control C, let me come out, docker container ps. So these are the two container which are in running state for me. So with the help of docker stats and after that what I need to do is I need to give the name of the container or the container ID. So let me give the container ID to. Now it is only telling me detail about this container. So it is telling me the name, CPU utilization, memory, is there any limit, memory, what is the memory used right now, networking, block ID and PID. So it is telling me each and everything related to that container. Let me come out of this thing. And how to come out of this thing? With the help of the Control-C command, docker stats -help. Now this is minus all, so it is going to show all the container by default. So let me show it to you. Minus a. Now it is going to show me all the containers. Even the container is chopped, it is going to tell me. So it is going to tell me all the CPU utilization, memory networking, PIDs, everything it is going to tell me. Like as of now there is no PID. If I'm going to start this one, so I can see the PID ID as well. So let me show it to you. Let me go to the other terminal, and here I am, docker containers chart and 2a. Now it's chart. Now let's see. We can also see the real-time uses of this. As of now it is not showing, so let me do Control-C. We can see the PID ID now, and it is telling me this is the memory utilization right now, and CPU utilization is 0. This is the memory it is using right now. So we will get the real time analysis of our container related to CPU, memory, PID ID, networking, everything we will get from this command. So this is the Docker stat command for you, very useful. I will provide you this command in the description, so you can keep it handy with you. So every time if you have 10 container running and you want to see the performance of all the 10 container, you can see it with a single command, right? So as of now I have 3 containers, so it is running on all the 3, and it is showing me all the CPU and the memory utilization. And to come out of this, we can use the Control-C command. Now the last and the final command, that is the docker top command. -help. Now docker top display the running process of a container. So how to see that? Docker container ps. If I'm going to, let's suppose I want to see the what exactly display the running process of this. So how I can see that? Docker top, and then we need to give the name or the container ID. Let me give to. So it is telling me okay, every information regarding this, right? So it is telling me this is the cmd command, PID ID, it is telling me everything. If I want to see for something else, bb, it is telling for this http, that is the start time is this, every information I am getting. So this is the docker top command for you. Now with all those commands, like we have covered, like docker stats, docker logs, docker top, and we have covered one more, that is docker event. Now with all those commands you can troubleshoot your Docker container. These commands will help you to troubleshoot. These commands will help you to have your own shell script in place. Let's suppose a particular event is happen and you want to do some action, so you can also do that with these commands. So these commands are very important, very useful when you need to see the real-time logs, when you need to see the process which are running, when you need to know the actual CPU and the memory utilization of your Docker container. So in each and everything, these command is going to help you. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you.